Often when you come back from work and you feel so tired of cooking, extremely tired, this is one of the simple recipes you can easily make for the kids and yourself to enjoy. Let's get right in.
Chef One's Kitchen!
Chicken, I love you so much. I eat you every day, even in the...
Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. So with the start, I put a pot of water with salt and water and allow it to boil. When it comes to this particular meal, when you're making this simple recipe for kids to eat, some kids are very predictable about what they want to eat, but once you make it and they love or they fell in love with it, you will continue making it. And this is one of the recipes. It is so easy to make and it doesn't cost that much to make for kids and family to enjoy at home. So with a start, I start by cutting my vegetable. So I'm using green pepper, tomato, and onion. This is just basic, simple vegetable you can find either at home or you can find at the grocery store, and you can have that at home anytime you want to make this particular recipe. Don't forget to like the video, share, and subscribe. So once I'm done cutting my vegetable, set it aside. So I have my onion, green pepper, tomato, and I have green onion, the scallion onion, which is optional with this particular meal. When this meal is, when you're making it, you can either use the vegetable or you can forfeit the vegetable. Kids are very predictable when it comes to vegetable. They know what kind of vegetable they like. So once our water is boiled, I put a little bit of salt just for more flavor, and I start by cutting my parsley. This is fresh parsley, which is also easily, that makes food taste so good, or you can use it in anything that you cook at home. So I will be using the wild noodles, which is okay. You can use any type of noodles that you can find at the grocery store, or use any type of noodle you prefer. So I put a cup of wild egg noodles into my boiling water, and I stir to taste to make sure my salt is enough in cooking my pasta. So you cook this pasta for at least 10 to 15 minutes. So cover and allow it to cook. So my ingredient, I have my tomato sauce. You can use fresh canned tomato, but that will take longer. I have my cheese, as well as I have my pepper flakes. Pepper flakes, I like to put some heat in cooking this particular dish, but if the kids don't like hot, just don't put that in. Make it the way they want to taste or to enjoy. And I'll be using ground beef. You can use pork. Any type of ground beef or pork you find is optional for this particular meal. So I put a little drop, a teaspoon of oil. Any vegetable oil or cooking oil is optional, and I added my ground beef. So I'm just going to break this particular beef down in a little so that it will cook slow on its own. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you do subscribe, like the video, share. So once the beef is break down, this is how it's supposed to look. And even though I haven't put no flavor in it, it smells so good. So now I'm going back to check on my pasta, and I've been cooking this pasta for at least 7 minutes. So I try to stir it, make sure it doesn't stick together, and I cover it to allow it to cook for at least 5 more minutes. So I put in oregano. Also, I added my allspice seasoning. I added my Sazon seasoning. That gives the flavor for our particular pasta dish that we're trying to make. And I'm telling you, already it smells so amazing. One thing about this particular meal, because I'm not going to put no water, you can drain the fat off your beef, but I prefer putting that in to make it moist and sweet. So I added my onion, tomatoes, scallion onion with our cooked ground beef. Already it smells so delicious. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please make sure you do like the video, subscribe and share. So I put my pepper flake in with my meat. I put half of it in and I'm going to save the other rest for garnishing, and I added salt for taste. Stir it and make sure all your seasoning are on point. Taste for salt. If the seasoning's not, just add a little bit more seasoning, but this is okay. So cover and allow it to cook for at least 5 minutes because the beef is already cooked. So we're just tossing in our vegetable, to blanch it. I don't want mushy vegetable. Any way the kids like it will be fine. So with that, I added my cup of tomato sauce or I'm using the Prego sauce. This sauce also, you can find it at the grocery store. It doesn't cost much to buy. I mean, you can buy it, save it in the refrigerator. Anytime you want to make this particular dish, you have it in your disposal to use. Cover and allow it to cook on a medium heat. Again, we check on our pasta and our pasta is done. We'll stir it, make sure it doesn't stick, because anytime you cook pasta, make sure you do add a little bit of oil so your pasta wouldn't stick together. So once you press it, taste it. Once is the taste or consistency you need in cooking your pasta, then your pasta is done. Take it off the stove, drain the water off it. Our sauce is almost done also. So now taste for seasoning. Make sure all your seasoning, your pepper, everything is on point. If you need to put more into your taste, it is optional to do. But at this moment, I have it at the right season and it's so amazing. So even though the sauce is a lot, I took half and I put it in a bowl. You can just put it in a bowl, store it in the refrigerator, and you can use it another time you want to make this particular recipe. Add your cooked pasta and toss it. Don't forget to like the video. Make sure you do like it, share or subscribe. And our dish is looking amazing. And I'm telling you, this dish, if you make it for your kids, I'm telling you, they're going to love you forever. I mean, when kids knows what they eat, it makes it so easy for the parents. So I added my parsley to my pasta and beef, and I'm telling you, oh my God. Now I'll add the cheese. The reason why I add the cheese, I just want to incorporate a little bit cheese in making it cheesy, or to make sure it gets bound with the sauce, because once you put cheese into a sauce and it just melts all, it gets cool, it becomes hard and thick. So I added that with my pasta. I added a little bit sauce, for garnishing, but I'm going to be putting my Parmesan cheese over my egg, beef, noodle, and beef. I mean, if you don't like the cheese, you don't have to put it on it. And now I'm adding the leftover of my pepper flakes for garnish and heat. I like heat. So anytime I make recipe, I try to put as much heat into it. Now our pasta is done. I mean, grab a spoon, let's relax and enjoy this simple meal. I hope you're going to try this recipe. Let me know how, or let me know what else you like to do. Comment and let me know so we can just learn from each other. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for subscribing. Just want to say a big thank you to all my subscribers, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.